Begin with what one woman calls her horrifying hospital experience, and she has pictures to prove it.
By sharing her story, she's hoping hospitals across Oklahoma pay more attention to their patients. Rusty Surratt is just back in the newsroom with this one. It's new at 10. Rusty?
Cami Grady says what she saw inside of a Norman hospital was so disgusting, she is never going back.
I was sick to my stomach just by looking around.
It was here at Norman Regional Hospital Monday night. Cami Grady checked herself into the ER.
And they put me in a room, and I take one look around the room, and so is my friend, and we were just disgusted by what we saw.
That's why her friend took out a cell phone and began snapping pictures.
When we walked in the room, there was an IV and a catheter on the chair, something on the ground that looked like bloody urine. There was, and the garbage can was just overflowing onto the floor. There was blood dripping off the bed, and there was a big puddle of blood underneath the bed.
Cami says it took 5 times asking before the staff finally moved her out of the filthy room.
They said that volunteers cleaned the emergency room. They did not have a housekeeping staff. It was just awful.
Cami hopes her story will help put a stop to these kind of situations in the future. Unfortunately for the hospital, she's refusing to forget the past and won't go back.
I don't live in Norman. I live south in Norman, but I can tell you now I will make the drive to a different hospital.
All right, let's give you the other side of this. In a statement to News 9, the hospital says its goal is to always provide a safe and clean environment to patients, visitors, and staff. And every complaint is taken seriously, and they're looking into this concern as well as reviewing environmental processes and procedures. Also, I talked with the Oklahoma Hospital Association about all of this, and the executive VP of that group told me today that their hospitals do take this very seriously, and she encourages anyone who has any kind of a problem with any hospital to go through the complete grievance process, and that usually begins by filing a formal complaint with the hospital's administration. Amanda?
All right, Rusty. Also, state officials are chiming in on this one. If you feel like your complaint is not being handled properly by the hospital staff, file a complaint with the Oklahoma State Department of Health. You can write, call, or email the agency about your situation and ask that they check to see if the hospital is in compliance with state and federal laws. We've linked the information on how to do that on news9.com/link.